In the beginning, I often used to use words like my wine, my cellar. I was fascinated by the processes that take place in the cellar. I was convinced that I was the most important person, that I have everything under control. I thought I was determining the nature of the wine that came out of the cellar. Over time, however, I realized that I am part of a larger community. A community of people who work in vineyards, label wine, help in the cellar, and take care of cattle. What wine comes out of the cellar mainly depends on how well these people can communicate with each other.
Vlastne záleží najmä na tom, ako táto komunita dokáže medzi sebou spolu komunikovať.
Winter is slowly ending and spring is approaching. So we moved to the vineyard to prune the vine. Vine pruning is one of my favorite activities. Let's get to it. Winter pruning of the vine is really my favorite activity. It's an almost philosophical activity because already at this stage one can determine what the wine that will be created in a year or two will look like. I like to be in the vineyard in winter as well because I feel good here.
Haló, skúška kráľovského rohu.
Hello. Cow horn check. It's the end of May. Originally, we were supposed to be in the vineyard to see how the young grapes we planted about a month ago were doing. Because it was raining, and there is a lot of mud in the vineyard, let's stay at my parents' yard and take a look at a cow's horn, filled with cow shit. This is Biodynamic Preparation 500. We can also look at the young vine I planted in the pot, how the buds open and how it thrives. Now, I will try to scrape the cow dung out of the cow horn, which has been buried for half a year. First, I have to find a magic tool to get it out of its magic cabinet. This knife is ideal for that. The horn was dug out a month ago. That was the right time, according to the biodynamic calendar. So this will fall out of the horn after 6 months.
Ako vyzerá.
This is what the structure of Biodynamic Preparation 500 looks like. Biodynamic Preparation 500 should be mixed in a wooden or copper container. We are currently at my father's attic. I'm going to search the rare antiques to find an old copper cauldron. We will mix the Preparation 500 in the cauldron. Success. We have it. We can go stirring.
Takže máme pripravené všetko náčinie.
We have everything ready. A copper cauldron with water, a wooden spoon for stirring, and the Preparation 500. We put it in water, and for the next hour we mix it and dynamize it to dissolve. The job of this preparation is to get a larger amount of microorganisms into the soil, which will create healthy conditions in the soil.
Mikroorganizmov, ktoré vytvoria zdravé podmienky v pôde. Teraz našou úlohou
We have to produce a whirlpool in the cauldron, the direction of which we change at regular intervals. We stir in a regular rhythm.
trvalo rozbijeme opačným smerom a zase pravidelným rytmickým miešaním vytvárame vír. A je to taká trošku meditačná.
It's a kind of meditative activity. I will do it for the next hour.
Najbližšiu hodinu.
It's the end of April. According to the Biodynamic calendar, the planting days start today. In 2 days, the moon will be full. Today is an important day for us because we are going to symbolically plant the first seedling of Pivnica Brhlohce. It's not just an ordinary seedling. It is very important to us because it is grafted from an old, a 50-year-old vineyard. The seedling consists of 2 parts. At the bottom is the rootstock, the root system, and at the top are the buds from the old vineyard. It's early in the morning, just after 5. The sun is just rising. Today the moon was in ascendant. That means it's relatively high, and it's a fruit day. We have been running around the vineyard since morning with a copper sprayer and some white powder. We have dissolved the white powder in water. Don't worry, it's not for snorting. This is Biodynamic Preparation 501. We sprayed the vineyard with it a moment ago. Last time we sprayed Preparation 500 on the ground, around the roots of the vine. Today we sprayed Preparation 501, the green parts in the vineyard.
Jak sme to prirovnali k yin a yang, 500 jednotka je yang a jeho úlohou je vlastne pôsobiť na tie zelené časti vo vinohrade a hrozno alebo aj na nejaké iné plody.
The relationship between the 2 preparations could be compared to the yin and yang system. In layman's terms, the quartz that the 501 preparation contains helps plants to cooperate with the sun. It is said that every family has a treasure, their gold. So, in the back behind me is my family's treasure. It's manure that comes from our cow, which my father keeps. Here, the manure slowly matures and turns into humus. As you can see, we are in an old quarry that was created by the Sitno volcano 12 million years ago. It is a volcanic sediment called tuff. There are excellent climatic conditions here for manure to mature during the year. Let's look at the structure of this manure.
A navrhujem, že poďme sa pomalinky pozrieť na štruktúru daného hoja. Môžeme aj vidieť.
We can see the individual layers as it has been deposited over the years. This manure serves as a basis for the matured biodynamic manure. We don't want to put fresh manure in the vineyards because it contains an awful lot of nitrogen. Fertilizing the vineyard with nitrogen to get a large harvest is not our goal. Our goal is to enrich the microbial life in the soil. This is a combination of several mixtures. There is the matured manure that we have already seen. There are peels of pressed grapes and also humus. In addition, biodynamic preparations and eggshells were also added here.
Bolo to takto tu niekoľko mesiacov pokope a je to teraz pripravené, aby sme to v malých dávkach dávali.
After a few months, this mixture is ready to be used in small quantities in the vineyard. This mixture will support the microbial life of the soil as well as the beneficial types of mycosis.
Podporiť život mykóznych húb. Takže výroba vína sa začína tu.
So wine production starts here, with cow shit. So what was the 2021 vintage like? It was all over the place, because at the beginning the spring was cold and the vines started to bloom much later. Everything was delayed. The end of the summer was terribly cold. We were worried sick a month ago because 2 weeks in August were extremely rainy and cold. I already thought that the grapes would not ripen at all and that a catastrophe awaited us. I was afraid the grapes would be sour and hard. Fortunately, the weather changed for the better, so the grapes have matured perfectly. They have good sugar content, excellent acids, and they are healthy. So we are happy. These weather changes also show how dynamic the weather is, how everything changes, and how we have no idea what will happen in a week or two. Maybe that's the beauty, in this ignorance, and also in anticipation of what the next day will bring. So, I'm stirring Pinot Noir here. It is such a meditative, repeating activity. In addition, some small miracle is also happening here. Transformation and fermentation. I'm in a bit of a sentimental mood because it's autumn and I was at the funeral of my friend, winemaker Tibor, in the village of Strekov. Maybe that's the thing that makes me ask why I'm doing this, and why other people similarly afflicted by the fermentation of grapes also do it, same as me. There are many of us who are obsessed with this process. We want to repeat it and relive this theatre, which takes place around wine production. Once again, we are full of expectations of what will come out of it. Or do we just not know what to do with ourselves? I don't have the answer. I'd rather just keep stirring.